Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we're going to be following up on a video I did earlier this season where I covered someone's battles. I think it was in the Holiday Cup, or maybe it was in Open Greatly, can't remember. But anyways, this trainer named Bamboozled who DM'd me on Discord, asked me to analyze their battles, and they said that they've hit Expert the last 2 seasons. They never hit Legend. They feel like they're improving, but they want to know what's missing. So I asked them to do a follow-up by sending me their Master League battles. And we're going to, again, analyze the techniques, the team building process. There's going to be quite a lengthy video, probably around an hour. And we're gonna also play the battles in slower speed here. The team that they're running here is Zarude, Zacian, and Excadrill. I think this is a pretty strong team. Obviously, the immediate thing that stands out that's going to be problematic is going to be Ho-Oh. It's able to beat all three, but Zacian and Excadrill do have counterplay in the form of Rock Slide and Wild Charge. As you can see here, the coverage is C, bulk is B, safety is C, and consistency is A. Some of the meta scorecards, if we look at some of the biggest threats here, obviously Ho at the very top. Garchomp, I think Garchomp's actually okay. Palkia probably still playable too. Mew is not very common. These Genesics are not really common. So this team looks not bad. So certainly one that you can climb pretty significantly with. But we're going to see whether or not this trainer is going to be able to execute on the gameplay. And again, I'm going to play out, probably stop and analyze each of the lead scenarios and see how I would play it, and then or how I would advise my students to play it, and then we'll go from there. So I believe it was like 9 or 10 or so battles. Again, I'm going to play this on normal speed. Gonna have Sylveon. Okay, I don't even need to send this one. Obviously, Sylveon is very bad for Zarude, so do expect it to immediately stay switched into Zacian. And this is tricky here because we don't have Play Rough, right? We only have Stealth debuffing moves, and the charms are adding up. And unfortunately, switch into Giratina, which is obviously very bad here. Throwing the Wild Charge is the correct move because the Wild Charge is only single resisted as opposed to close combat is double. And you're basically looking to farm up. These do chunk over time, right? The Snarls are still super effective. They will have to think about throwing because this third Wild Charge would put them deep into the red, which is pretty nice for Zarude because Zarude only has access to Vine Whip, which is single resisted. So we're going to see what they're going to do here. Almost can Snarl down, but their defense is basically 0 at this point in time. So really good timing. I have no complaints about the time when they threw there. It's unfortunate they had a really good counter switch there. So obviously going to let this go. The Shadow Ball does like about 30%. They'll probably reach a second one. They just need 2 more Shadow Claws to reach the second one. So here comes another Shadow Ball. Again, does like another about 30% or so to Zarude. So you're not really too fussed here. But you do expect them to have another Steel Lancer in the back. So you do expect the immediate swap here. The Sylveon has built up some energy and has taken very little damage. Oh, they actually have Excadrill here. Oh, with Mud Slap! What the heck? What the heck? Okay, good timing on the throw there, but this is extremely bad here. Needs to take both shields here. And this is... Oh my goodness! I'm trying to. They threw at 4, which is very good. Don't want to get. Only want to give them 1 turn. But this is looking pretty rough here. Oh my goodness, this is very bad here. They're gonna lose with. Yeah, there's just absolutely no way they can win this. This is definitely not expected. You do need to build up as much energy as you can. The Sylveon's charge move, which they likely have close to Psyshock, doesn't really matter at this point in time. You just need to build up energy here, though I don't think 2 Power Whips will be able to carry them. So this is almost for sure a GG. That is extremely unexpected. Oh, they actually switch here, but honestly, you can't survive another charm after here. These 2 Power Whips and this is the correct move to throw here. Would likely KO the Sylveon, and able to take out the Sylveon, which is very nice. But unfortunately, this Excadrill has way too much health. If only they allowed them to farm up some more before switching, but they're unfortunately get mud slapped down by an Excadrill, which is extremely unexpected. And I have no complaints on how they played it. I think they played it quite well there. It's obviously very difficult to play with Zacian, and not normally Giratina wouldn't switch in. And then there comes Mewtwo. So ideally you want to take the first Side Strike, but they are getting close to 100. So I think this is fine. I think you try to sneak in an extra Snarl before you throw the next one. They do end up shielding here. Oh, going to throw both here. Okay, I don't mind that as well, because now at this point in time you're committed to not shielding Zacian. And they actually double shield here, which is pretty nice. Obviously going to let this go, and hopefully keeping track of the energy, and then likely going to shield once on the Zarude. I think shielding once is appropriate, but we'll see. And obviously wants to go for the Dark Pulse here. This is probably just an Ice Beam at most. Yeah, it's an Ice Beam. Okay, probably could have no shielded that. Does need to. Okay, they actually switch out here. Bank the move. I really like that play. Hopefully can reach the Drill Run before they reach the Draco Meteor. I'm gonna let this go. Even if it's a Draco Meteor, it will not KO. It's only an Iron Head. You definitely want to farm to double here. Now that they've revealed they throw in the Iron Head. So this is absolutely beautiful play right here. This will allow you to put pressure onto the Mewtwo if they decide to come back into Mewtwo, and you have the move banked. We're gonna see how they're gonna play this. Okay, they come into Mewtwo here. Gonna throw it for. Oh, okay. That's not great. They throw the Side Strike here. I like building up the energy here. Ideally, I would have liked to throw before the Mewtwo, but I think at this point in time they figured they have a lot of health on. We're gonna see what's in the back. Oh my gosh, it's a Zarude themselves. Okay, can definitely get off these two Rock Slides beforehand. Rock Slide is definitely the correct move. And okay, now at this point in time they have more health, and you definitely want to throw the Power Whip. So this is really okay. A little bit surprising that the opponent say switched into Dialga like that, but really nice play. And the opponent decides to leave, and very, very well done there. All right, Zarude into Kyogre. Let's just quickly go over this matchup here since we haven't done any of the leads. Unfortunately, in Masters, there's very few Pokemon, so the things are not as surprising and a little bit more straightforward here. But we just want to analyze the shield scenarios. You can see that here, Zarude just absolutely destroys Kyogre. It only loses the 0 to 2 shield matchup. So this is a very comfortable matchup. Do expect them to switch out. Probably going to stay switch to Dialga here. Oh, they actually stay. Okay. Did like it a little bit at the beginning. This is not a big deal though. They're actually throwing the Surf. Okay, this is pretty surprising here. Probably gonna build up. Probably do like 7, like basically double up on the Power Whip, then throw. Okay, a little bit short of the double. Did like 4 more, then through. And I think that's okay, because they do want to deny here, and in case they immediate swap out. Very nice. I like that play. And it does have to be careful of them potentially catching onto Dialga or something. Gonna throw it here at 7. Right when they double up. This Togekiss is probably out of move. So probably gonna throw this second move right away here. And they do come into Giratina. Actually doesn't throw right away, which is good. But it would throw the Wild Charge anyways. And they built up again just so they can have a chance to get to another wild charge, doing the 3 then throwing, which is very nice, able to allow them to get to 2 wild charges. They will not be able to get off another snarl because they'll faint to the next shadow claw, and this is looking really good right now. And obviously gonna throw the dark pulse here. Does okay. That's weird. But that's okay. I don't think they actually had the move yet, so yeah, this is why I prefer them to double up against the Kyogre before throwing, just so they would have a move ready. Let's see if they decide to shield or not. They do not decide to shield. Gonna immediately swap here and looking pretty okay here. The Rock Slide. You have 2 shields here. Might as well shield. I'm not sure the Rock Slide will quite KO here. They're definitely going to go for the Ancient Power boost. Hopefully they don't get it. And doing 1 then throw, really good disciplined play there. Want to throw in the middle of the charm so you don't give them time to get to a full charm. Then probably just doing 4 then throw. So basically right when they get to the next one. And okay, actually going to go for the extra move there. That's an interesting idea. I would prefer to throw beforehand just in case they get the boost. Because if they get the boost, then that's extremely problematic. If they get the boost after this Rock Slide, because I think they'll just barely live this Rock Slide. Yeah, that would have been really problematic here. But they decide to lead the match. So really well played. I would have preferred them to double up just so they have a move available. And I've seen this them do before where they bank a move. And as well, like I guess they were fearful that the Kyogre would shield and they would get off another serve, but I don't think that's like that big a deal. Then you just farm up again. I do like that they auto safe switched into Zacian, basically without seeing the Pokemon. I think that's a really good play because Zacian is obviously a super safe Pokemon to switch into, and then you do expect them to have a pretty hard counter in the back if they are weak to Zarude in the front. And fortunate they're also weak to Zarude in the back. Okay, so let's actually go over this matchup because this is interesting, right? So this is a favorable matchup for Zarude, but it's not as straightforward as it is against Kyogre, right? Because as you can see, the 1 to 2 shield scenario is in favor of Groudon. We want to know how much each Fire Punch does. It does 36%. Each Mud Shot does like 1%. So they need to land 3 Fire Punches in order to KO, and in each Power Whip, Groudon and Kyogre have the same stats, so the 1 Power Whip plus Divine Wisp would be enough to KO. Typically here, they have like 2 Pokemon weak to Steel in the back, so like Lugia and Dialga is a pretty common backline. But let's see how they're gonna play this. They decide to stay okay. So here's it's a little bit less likely. Again, they could a little bit less likely that they have Dialga. Just because they do have Best Buddy on their Groudon. But again, people could be running it. I know, I believe Magic Mason actually hit a legend with a non-Best Buddy Dialga. Obviously, you can play with whatever Pokemon you want, but Best Buddy Dialga is quite meta, and it's just good to look at this indication to understand, okay, your backline may not find the Dialga that you're looking for. So the fact that they're staying in likely tells me that they have a Giratina Origin in the back. So you want to take that into consideration, considering your backline is quite weak to Giratina Origin. But let's see how we're going to play it out. Or they could have Groudon and Kyogre. Groudon and Kyogre. So they could have a Kyogre in the back. And obviously that Zacian is where you want it. Okay, they actually come into Melmetal here. And okay, one superpower doesn't KO, so they do shield here. Probably going to do 4 more than throw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, or okay, they tried to click the move there. Unfortunately, they got desynced. Hopefully, they got a refund there because they definitely should have been able to land the move there. But that's quite all right. And gonna build up probably to a double here. They did get an extra Thundershock in. We're going to see whether or not this Melmetal is going to decide to shield. It is not. And I like their decision to go Excadrill into the Melmetal as opposed to Zacian. Both of them really good counters. Is just that Zacian's a much more flexible Pokemon. Though if it's Giratina in the back, then the Excadrill would be better against the Giratina since there's no play rough on the. Okay, very nice switch by them on both sides. Tried to snipe the Groudon, but this is they're in a very good spot here. Ends up being a Snorlax. Power up's the move that you want to throw. Should be able to reach the next power up before they reach the superpower. Oh, this is just a body slam, right? Yeah, this is definitely just unless they missed a bunch of moves here. No, it's just a body slam. Not a big deal here. And gonna throw the power whip. This power whip definitely doesn't KO the Snorlax, but we're in a really good spot here. Should be able to snarl down this Snorlax afterwards. Not what I was expecting, but it is a very nice Hundo Snorlax here. Gonna let this go. Snarl down, double close combat, or even one close combat. We'll be able to KO the Groudon because it is quite low. And honestly, I probably wouldn't wait the clock here. Because you don't necessarily need to catch anything. Yeah, and you want to build up energy here. Because it actually doesn't look like one close combat KOs. Probably let this go. Okay, that's honestly not great. Because now they do win CMP here. Okay, they do EQ now. So, but they should be dry now. The one EQ doesn't KO. And gonna be able to throw the close combat. This definitely does not KO. This does like I think like 40. Let's take a look here on PV Poke here. I think it does like 45. Oh, 41.6. So definitely doesn't KO. We'll need to throw both here. And then I would probably switch to Excadrill just to reset the defense. Because you want to avoid getting looked down. Okay, but gonna choose to stay here. I think that's a little dangerous there, but that's quite alright. I definitely would have liked to see the switch out to reset because you still get a mud shot in, which is gonna do about the same as the non-stab snarls. So that's the only thing I would like to say. And as well, I don't think you should shield the first one. They did have a lot of energy. If the Groudon played that correctly. Obviously, they didn't know that the Zacian had play rough there, but if the Groudon did play it perfectly, it would actually hold off on that energy, wait for them to close combat, and then EQ them, because then the EQ afterwards would have KO'd, and you need to preserve that shield at all costs. So I think that is a mistake on their side, but besides that, I think they played it quite well. I do like the attempt at trying to snipe the Groudon, and really nice play by the opponent, so all of it worked out pretty well, and very, very well played there. So we're going to see Zarude into Zacian. So this is actually a very interesting matchup. A lot of people see like Zarude and say like, oh, what do you do against Zacian? So Zarude actually beats Zacian in the... let me just actually flip these here just so it's a little bit more clear. Zarude does actually beat Zacian in the 1 and 2 shield. Regardless if they straight play rough or straight close combat, just because Zarude does resist the snarls and the one charge move is not enough to KO. Zarude actually has like even better stats than Zacian, and Zacian has like fantastic stats, and obviously the close combat is doesn't KO either. So, and as well, the Vine Whips and Power Whips do add up over time, and Zarude does get to them pretty quickly. So this is actually not that bad a matchup for Zarude, even though people may think like a dark type into a fairy type is quite bad, but it's actually not that bad. You can throw, you're going to look to have them debuff themselves first. So I prefer if they throw this later. You take a move no matter what, just because like this, the Power Whip doesn't KO, right? So I think you take this no matter. You could shield it, but in my opinion, you take it, and they do have close combat. You shield the next one, or you potentially catch here. Okay, I think you okay. Gonna let this go. This is interesting here. I don't know about this play here, because I don't know if you mud shot down or you. Okay, gonna snarl down. This is aggressive here. Um, this is wild charge. Okay, they're okay. This Zacian is okay. Doing a lot of work here. Hopefully we'll KO with this. Oh my goodness, that's actually terrible. Gonna have to shield this. I really don't like how this was played. Oh man, that's actually very terrible here. And this is like a guaranteed loss now. Though not quite over yet. Honestly, I would like to see the wild charge thrown first and then potentially grabbing a shield before switching. Because now, in order to beat this Giratina, like you're gonna have to debuff yourself, and you're not gonna have the extra drill in the back. You have to let this go. Hope that they bait here. There's just no way to win otherwise. Or you hope that they no shield. And that they're very weak to in the back. I would like to throw in the wild charge, even though they likely don't shield. Or they might shield, right? Thinking it's a play rough. But this is extremely problematic here. They're gonna get shadow balled here. And if they wild charge previously, then they might be able to snarl down at this health range. So this is quite bad here. Oh my gosh! This opponent absolutely, oh my goodness. And okay, they actually come into Dialga here. Oh man, that was not a pleasant way to play that matchup. I think you have to I believe the correct way to play the matchup is to go to 100 with your Zarude, wait for them to throw, and then you throw at them. And if they end up CMP tying, you shield, and you need to preserve this matchup, and you need to try to take them out. So very well played by the opponent. They basically that was a master class, absolute destruction. Especially when you're really weak to Giratina in the back, you have to be very mindful of how they're playing it. So very well played by the opponent. That was absolutely devastating there. So Zarude into Giratina. This is a straightforward matchup, but again, let's just take a quickly look at it. Origin here, and you can see that Zarude wins all even shields, and then wins some of the shield down matchups. But they do come into okay. I don't mind this. You do have to go right, so you do want them to throw first. And they are head on energy, so there's no pressure to throw, right? Right away, right? So they do play rough here. Okay, this is fine. And then you don't throw this next one right away. You want to try to get an extra snarl in. They should be like 2 away from another play rough, but they might intend to throw the close combat here. Okay, I like this play. Gonna shield this. Let's see if they play rough. Okay, and they might not shield this, so maybe this CMP tie is a little bit questionable. I think throwing beforehand would have been nice, or building up, right? So you definitely want to throw this wild charge as soon as possible, and I like this. Normally they like to throw it like 3 or 1, but I agree with this because you want to just give them as least amount of energy as possible. I do think throwing sooner would have been better, or throwing later. Like either one. Throwing on the CMP tie was okay. This is actually quite bad here. Yeah, because now they're down a shield, which is extremely problematic for them. Yeah, this is there's just no way to win here. Okay, the opponent does lag somewhat here. I really don't know how you can play this. There's no way. You just can't survive another. You just can't survive another incinerate here. and they're just gonna be able to Brave Bird. Even if you could survive another Incinerate, this wouldn't KO, and they're gonna absolutely get destroyed here. So the mistake of the matchup. One, I think it's fine to go Zacian into here. The mistake, in my opinion, is you either want to throw beforehand or throw way after, right? So you have energy because you're not worried about the snarl damage. As soon as they did this, they had no recourse for them, right? They weren't able to throw 2 wild charges. They weren't able to switch, right? So like it became really tough for them to play that out. So, and that's a pretty common line as well. Basically, 2 answers to Dialga as well in the back. Okay, Zarude, Zacian. Hopefully they've learned from this matchup. Obviously they haven't heard my commentary. They did lag a little bit there, so they're at 4, 5, 6, 7. You want them to throw first. You have to make them throw first. Perfect. You let this go. I think that's totally fine. If they throw close combat, you then throw the Power Whip. You shield this. Yep, this is good. This is good. This is how they should be playing it out, right? Not throwing right away. Force the Zacian to throw. You want to be very cognizant that they might switch here. The Zacian is dry, so you can do like 4 more then throw. They do switch. Okay, you got to switch here. Okay, I like the switch out to Excadrill. Because you do gonna throw the Drill Run. This doesn't KO the Dialga, but it's unlikely that they make it to the Draco. So in my opinion, you okay, gonna shield us. I think that's okay too. Let's see if they actually did make it to the Draco. I guess because they did throw a couple of Vine Whips in, but this is okay. They are dry on Zacian, right? They need 4 more snarls, right? So you count to 4 and then you throw, or 1. One's good too. One's good too, and should be able to just throw another one at them, or potentially catch, right? So either is okay. Okay, very nice. Did give them a extra snarl, but I think it's better just to throw here. Okay, I like this play. I'm like kind of mixed on this play, to be honest. I'm very mixed on this play. Wild Church here, because if they do come into Giratina, this Zarude is too low. This Zarude is definitely way too low. And you just basically sacked... Oh my gosh! They caught a Wild Church onto the Excadrill there. Okay, that's very bad here. They're at 3. Needs the Power Whip here. Oh man, they're gonna have... Oh man, okay. I don't mind this. Okay, the opponent threw right away. Okay, I'm not... Oh man. Okay, this is very bad here. Okay. I don't like throwing right away here. But maybe this doesn't KO and you can farm down because you need energy against this Zacian because it... Oh man, that's bad. That's bad here. That's bad. That's bad. Oh man, did they lag there? Did they lag there? Okay. That's okay. Okay, I think they should have went into the Zarude, into the Excadrill. One, because they were 2. I think they were 2 or 3 away, and they were only 1 away from the Power Whip. If they kept track of their energy, I do like how they played the Zarude Zacian matchup. They learned from their previous matchup, which was really good. And then I didn't love the going into Zacian. I think you eventually go into Zacian. I just didn't like it being locked in. If it ended up being a guillotine in the back, then that definitely would have been game over there. Ended up being an Excadrill, and the opponent like brilliantly caught the move there. So okay, let's actually go over this matchup. This matchup is actually kind of interesting here because they're both dealing super effective damage to each other. Zarude obviously has the much better stats, but Mamoswine has the better move set. So as you can see here, Zarude does win the 0, but clearly gets outpaced. And then typically in the back, they have a Giratina, Origin, and Lugia. Or they have definitely a Dragon in the back because they need to cover for Ho-Oh and Kyogre. But let's see how they're going to play this. But Mamoswine does do quite well against Excadrill. So, okay, we're going to see how they're going to play this. Again, they would live this Avalanche. And nice timing by the opponent. Okay. The move did not register for some reason. Let's see how they want to play this. Obviously, I do expect the Mamoswine to shield. And their opponent's like brilliantly throwing on CMP. Gonna shield this. Okay, so they need 17 Power Snows to make it to 3 Avalanches. Oh, they actually let it go. Here comes Lugia. Okay, and we do expect it to be a Giratina Origin in the back. Okay, all right. Oh man, please don't catch on. Okay, let's see how they're gonna play this. They're at they do shield here. Okay, does get the second one off, which I like. This does like 44% or something like that to Lugia, so definitely will survive. And then the Sky Attack will KO now. Okay, they caught on Giratina. That's okay though. We do expect that the Giratina in the back, and these do add up. The Aeroblast doesn't one-shot Excadrill, but they're going to need 2 Rock Slides to KO, so this is going to be a little bit of an uphill battle here. They do throw the Ominous Wind here, which is pretty nice. Ideally, you come out with a Dark Pulse with the Zarude. You want to go right away. Like, you don't want them to come back and Sky Attack you. Okay, you gotta go. Yeah, there's really no reason not to go in right away because they are desynced here. This is not great here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that's just like poor clock management. Okay, but this is not quite over yet. This is a very poor scenario here, but you need to come out with energy. Energy is more important than health at this point in time. Because you need to be able to beat this. Okay, this is very bad here. It's an Aeroblast. Okay, all right. You gotta come out. You gotta come out with a Rock Slide here. Oh man. Okay, you're not gonna be able to. Unfortunately, if you can't farm against Dragon Tail, resisted Dragon Tails. You're not gonna be able to farm against the. Oh man, that doesn't even KO here. That is extremely bad there. Unfortunately, like really poor clock management there, and not reading that the opponent likes to throw in CMP. So they potentially could have farmed more. I really like the switch out to Zacian. I think that was really good there. I think throwing both wild charges, even though they caught on Guillotine, was fine. They need to switch out right away because they did exactly the play that I thought was going to happen. They're going to come in Sky Attack, and then it was going to be really problematic. You had to take out the Giratina, but then even then the Excadrill wasn't enough to take out the Lugia, which is kind of crazy there. But well, I guess they eventually did, but or had a chance to, but unfortunately was not in a good position there. So, okay, obviously very bad lead here. But actually, let's take a look at this matchup. This matchup is actually kind of interesting here, right, between Zarude and Dialga here. So it is bad. But yeah, if they actually have Thunder here, which you obviously wouldn't know, they do. It's actually a very close zero shield matchup. But again, that's a unlikely scenario. The opponent is lagging a little bit here. They actually come into Kyogre here, which is really good. So likely they have. You definitely let this go, and you're just like basically looking to take a shield at this point in time. And honestly, I would just throw both wild charges because I want to give this Kyogre minimal farm, and you're not going to make it to another one after this. So I would just throw it right away to give them less farm. It would probably work out about the same. It's probably going to be 3 waterfalls regardless. But if you could have made that 2 waterfalls, then that would have been really good. But it ends up being 3. Then you want to farm down here. They're definitely not going to make it to a blizzard. They're at 3 right now. They're definitely going to make it to a surf, and then you want to farm it down. Yeah, you let this go. If you have the chance, I think throwing the Dark Pulse is not a bad idea against the Dialga. Just because, like, oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's just like too quick of a swap. Honestly, I would have thrown the Dark Pulse at the Dialga just because, like, in case it's an Origin, you want to be able to farm up and then double up there again. But if you're over 100 there, then that's obviously not great. Needs to throw in the middle here. Oh man, they're just gonna Sky Attack here. This is very bad here. They do actually Aero Blast. It's actually really good. They throw a Dragon Tail here. It's actually looking pretty okay, but obviously not the most ideal scenario. The opponent actually gave them a potential win con there. Gonna throw here. Really good timing on the throws. And at this point in time, if they shield this, you want to throw at 2. Okay. Oh, this is game over here, right? There's no way the opponent can win. Okay. Okay. Again, they end up winning, but I think the play, in my opinion, was to obviously forget the Lugia coming in. Is that it was feasible that it was gonna be Giratina Origin in the back. So ideally, Lugia in the back would actually be like a little bit surprising there. And they're gonna throw the Dark Pulse here and take out this Dialga. So you want to throw the Dark Pulse onto Dialga, and then switch. And that way, if they come in Origin, you double up. You throw the Dark Pulse at the Origin, and you throw the Dark Pulse at the Dialga, and that'll probably be enough to KO it. So obviously, this is a good lead here. And okay, they come into Zacian here. I like the Excadrill switch in better, but maybe they're predicting like a Metagross in the back or something. Okay, they're gonna let this go. Okay, I personally do not like letting this go just because it does put you super low, and if they decide to double shield, which they 100% should, then you're gonna lose switch here. And there's they're gonna double shield here, which is extremely problematic here because if they have a Ho-Oh in the back, this is not good. Oh man, this is very bad here. Obviously, coming Excadrill here. You want to make sure you come out with some energy. I like the waiting the clock there. You're gonna have to shield once for sure. They try to CMP tie. Nice attempt by the opponent. They throw the Iron Head. Makes sense. Oh, they actually. Oh, okay, okay. This is interesting here. And then switch here. I like the like banking the energy. I like that play a lot. You definitely no shield this. I like that play a lot. Even though you're farming off Shadow Claws, this puts you in a pretty decent scenario here. And honestly, you let's see here. Let's see what's in the back. If it ends up being a Kyogre in the back, then this is really really bad here. But you just let this go, right? They Shadow Ball, and taking this out is totally fine. Just because they're gonna come Dialga and farm down. Probably. Hopefully you can just switch here. Just switch, just spam the switch, spam the switch, spam the switch, spam the switch, spam the switch. Okay, okay. I like this play. Take out the Dialga. Okay, if it ends up being Kyogre, this is playable. Okay, you gotta okay, you gotta survive one waterfall here, because you really well maybe you don't need it. Okay, how much health does this root have? Oh, you definitely need it. You definitely need it. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Maybe. Again, these do about like 40 something percent. So they'll be in the red. Um oh man, you get another mud shot in, which is really nice. Okay, you probably need like 4 mud shots to KO here. Uh oh, 4 vine whips. Oh my gosh. Able to win that game there, and that's gonna be the end of the battles there. Obviously need to go extra drill into the Dialga, like, learn the matchups, especially no shielding there is okay. The problem there is like uh if you don't have play rough, and they have Giratina, I don't think it's feasible to go there. If you come in with extra drill, if you shield, then you have the ability to hit it back, and then would have been in a much better scenario there. But was able to come out with at least a tie. So obviously this trainer has really good timing on when they throw. I think that's good. Has like good awareness in some scenarios, like they banked a move. They understood the timing, whatnot. They're like pretty decent counting, but some of their matchups and considerations could use some work. Some of their clock management, and there's some scenarios where you don't want to wait, right? And I know 90% of the time you want to wait at the switch clock because that's the right thing to do. But as you get higher up, there's going to be exceptions to the rule, and you need to know how to apply them because your opponents are not going to be following these strict rules either. So, but I do think this trainer still on track to hit legend at some point this season. Best of luck to them. I look forward to doing another follow up video with them, maybe in Sinnoh Cup, maybe in Great League, maybe in Ultra League. We'll see. But anyways, let me know what you think of this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see everyone in the next video.